Hi there everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Christy here doing the weekly reading for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is for the week of November 21st through to November 28th. With the moon moving through Sagittarius the weekend of these readings, we'll be looking at a theme this weekend of higher learning and awareness. So this is a general reading for your sign. Whatever is most prominent in your life, I encourage you to take these messages and apply them to. And I hope that you find them helpful and healing. So what does Libra need to know about higher learning and awareness? I just want to take a moment to thank each and every one of my subscribers today. Thank you so much for your vote of confidence in me and for encouraging me to continue doing this work. And for anyone who doesn't have time or doesn't enjoy the shuffling aspect, you can just look at the scroll bar below and see when the cards have been laid, usually around the 3-minute mark, and then begin listening to the reading at that point. But for those who enjoy the shuffling like I do, stick around, and we're looking for 3 jumpers today. All right, Libra. So let's take a look at which card is in each position for you, and then let's look at these individually. We have the mountain lion, which is leadership, representing you this week. Opossum is diversion, which is the influence to your current position, and raven is a probable outcome this week for you. Now remember, we're theming the reading this week around higher learning and awareness. So however this applies to your life in a general manner, is how you can best use this information to your advantage. So either you needed confirmation about something with regard to the theme this week that you can use here, or you weren't aware of something that was available to you that hopefully you can find useful in this reading this week. And with beaver as the general energy for the week, that is builder. So whatever is going on this week for you, it's going to concern a concept around building from the beginning or continuing building on something that you've been working on for quite some time. I'm going to bet you it is the latter. You've probably begun something quite some time ago that you are building on, possibly becoming more successful at or getting more support with. So mountain lion representing you this week. I mean, look how beautiful and seemingly vicious, however, this animal is. However, what's curious about the mountain lion here is that they're protective, okay? This story behind the mountain lion by the authors isn't having this animal be aggressive for no reason. This is a protection card. So if you're developing a sense of leadership or projecting a sense of leadership this week, you're still going to be interested in protecting yourself. You may even need to, even if you want to get along with everybody, even if you're friends with everybody, even if everyone says the right things this week, you're going to want to really tap into how they behave this week, okay? People might try to call your bluff, for example. They might think you're not serious about something here, and you don't want to have to bare your teeth, okay? You want to look for subtleties in behavior and in language before anything gets tripped up this week, particularly if you're leading something. On the other hand, you're going to want to stand your ground if someone tries to usurp or upset what you have been in process of building here. Really stand your ground here, Libra. Again, if you are in process of protecting yourself, you don't need to apologize for that, okay? You don't need to be overtly aggressive. You don't have to be, what's it called? Like play the offense. You can play defense. this week. And someone else's true colors or a group or a concept, their true colors will show themselves this week. So you don't have to do the dirty work, so to speak. You don't have to go looking for trouble. But on the other hand, what I'm asking you to do here, or what this is asking you to do, is just to keep your eyes and ears peeled for behavior and language, so that you don't have to get driven into a corner here where you are protecting yourself. Here we have a possum. It is the influence to your current position, and this is diversion. This is somebody maybe just making you feel at home, feeling comfortable with someone. And this is why I'm seeing here, because diversion precedes leadership. This is where I'm seeing that you may have to put your foot down here, and it may be uncomfortable for both parties, but it's for the best, okay? So this is very positive for you to do this. But again, here with diversion, you may even be making friends with these people, or someone is getting very friendly with you. Again, if you keep your eyes peeled and your ears peeled, it's just going to keep from something showing up out of nowhere, or you saying to yourself, for example, you know, I didn't see that coming, but you weren't looking for it, for example, because you were diverted, right? There was something was probably very fun, I'm guessing here, or there was a level of friendship that had developed where you felt comfortable here. So there could be a tiny letdown, but again, you're just going to watch for behavior to make sure that it doesn't surprise you. And on the other hand, if nothing comes out of this and there are no surprises, continue forward with this person or project or theme. And you don't have to look for anything. Nothing will be tripping you up here. But you want to avoid having to play defense by just keeping your eyes peeled here. But, you know, staying aware of your agenda, whatever that is this week, and just making sure that everyone who is on the same path with you is trustworthy. And if they're not, they will show themselves this week. Because look at what we have. Your final outcome card is Raven. Here we have the card of magic. This is absolutely astounding to have really anywhere in the reading, but particularly as a probable outcome, because no matter what happens, no matter what occurs, for better or for worse this week, you're going to make the best of it. In fact, it's going to turn out better than you had expected. So this is why it's important to be making sure what's going on around you, not taking for granted what's going on around you, because it's going to keep you in a higher state of consciousness. It's going to keep you clear about your agenda, right? And it's also going to keep you moving straight forward. You don't want to get pulled into diversion here, okay? This would be fun if it was a party atmosphere. This would be fun if you had nothing to lose, or your leadership, aka reputation, was on the line here. So another way to read magic is, of course, to say that there is a change in consciousness here. So if there is something that befalls a situation or you or a concept this week, and it isn't what you wanted or it isn't what you planned, it's going to work out better than you had expected. So don't read too much into that there. And like I said, if there is nothing going on here and something that would be upsetting or that you caught early on is going to work out better. It's going to serve you better, even if it feels like a loss or it feels like you can't talk to or trust somebody here. So basically trust that things will work out for the best this week for you to keep your higher consciousness. Also, another way to frame magic is to say that there is a change in consciousness. You could even be changed by this situation here. Just remember to keep the goal in mind, okay? To avoid overt diversion here. Not that you can't take a break from something. That's not what I'm saying. I just mean you don't want someone taking you away or feel as though somehow you need to put your attention or time or effort into something else right now because someone else wants you to, okay? So that's the kind of thing that we're looking at here. You're going to want to keep your agenda in mind, keep moving forward. Things will work out magically for you. And here with Beaver, this is where we're looking at the building concept. This is the general energy touching all cards this week. This is where we're looking really at you just staying, your feet and your heart are on the ground, okay? You want to stay grounded this week and you want to continue building. Don't let anyone divert you. Don't let anyone dissuade you from moving forward. in the path that you need to move forward in this week. And again, you don't have to be angry, nothing like that. And like I mentioned with the mountain lion, I mean, there's almost like an appearance as though he's angry, but it's just a level of protection, okay? And if someone's backed into the corner or if someone's upset you, then, you know, you're allowed to protect yourself. Here with the fates, this is really holding on to your star. If this is the case for you this week, this is something that's going to feel like it's a calling. It's where you are this week is where you need to be this week. If there's anything going on that feels like it's testing you this week with regard to this higher purpose, Libra, consider it exactly that. It is nothing more than a test. And as long as your heart and soul is into this, it will lead you to your highest good. Some element of good will come out of something that seems like a backtrack or even, you know, a problem. I can't think of another term for that right now, or an issue this week. If it feels like that, consider it a test, okay? Don't read into it. Don't give it more energy than it deserves. Remember, keep your eye on the prize, keep looking forward, keep your agenda, and you might be pleasantly surprised at how things end up working out for you this week, fairly effortlessly at that. And here with signs, this is beautiful as well. I'm going to draw your attention back to the first two cards that we looked at with regard to signs. You just want to keep your eyes peeled and your ears peeled, not just for language, not just for how people behave around other people, but you're going to look at, you know, body language. Can you trust somebody? You know, are you putting responsibility in the right hands? For example, if you're sharing work or if you're delegating this week, particularly if you're in a leadership position, and these will be shown to you, okay? These will be easily accessible to you. Any signs around this area will be easily accessible to you. Trust your instincts. If you feel at all there is anything like, oh, it might just be my imagination, maybe I'm reading into things, at least for the week, Libra, put that aside and really trust your intuition. If you feel that something's off, it is. If you feel like you should take a step back from someone, or maybe you shouldn't delegate to someone for a reason that you have figured out on your own by, you know, paying attention closely to them, just trust your instincts and go with that this week. So that is your reading. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you have a second, comment below. I love hearing from you. If you're not subscribed already, you can do that today, and you can like my video. I really appreciate that. It helps me out. And you can check out your moon and rising sign readings as well. So until I see you next time, take excellent care. Bye for now.